So, hey there everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to break down a C program called Expense Logger, a minimal personal finance tracker that logs and analyzes your daily spending using plain C code in basic file operations. So, let's get into it. Right at the top, we include two standard libraries, and the first one is Sharp include Studio.h for input and output. And the second one is Sharp includes string.h for working with strings. So we have two constants. So the first constant is max line 100, which is the maximum length of a line, and max cut 50 for the number of unique categories we'll track in reports. So let's right let's dig into the function. So the first function we have is add expense. Functions allows the user to enter a new expense record. It prompts for the date, a one word category, and the amount spent. We open is in expense.txt in append mode using fopen, then write the record using fprint, and finally close the file. So this adds a new line at the end of the file each time. So as you can see, this is the code. So the next function is list expense. So list expense opens expenses.txt in read mode. It loops through each line using fscanf, and it prints the date, category, and amount. While doing that, it keeps a running grand total of expenses, which it prints at the end. Simple and useful. So the next function we have is the daily total. So the daily total asks the user for specific date, then it reopens the file in read mode and checks each record. If a record's date matches the input, it adds the amount to a total at the end. It prints the total amount spent on that day. And we have the category report, I mean. So category report reads all expenses and groups them by category. It uses two arrays. So now we're gonna use arrays. So, one to store category names, and the other array is another to store their total amount. So if a category repeat, it add to its total. Then it creates a new file called category report.txt and write each category with its total amount using fprint. So now we'll dive in to the edit amount. So the edit amount lets you change the amount of a record without rewriting the entire file. You give it a date and the category. It opens the file in R plus mode, read each line, and uses ftell to remember the amount is where the amount is. When it finds the right line, it uses fseek to jump to the exact byte offset and overwrites just the number using fixed with formula like 8%.2f. Okay, so this is how you do sudo and a place edit. So now we're going to the main menu. So this is the main menu. So now let's look at the main menu. In the main function, it runs an infinite loop and displays 6 options. So this is the options. So A is to add new expense, L to list all expenses, D to show daily totals, C to generate category reports, E to edit existing amount, and Q is to quit program. So each choice in case insensitive and uses a switch statement to call the appropriate function based on your input. So to recap, all the data is stored in a plain text file. Each function opens the file in the correct mode: read, append, and read plus write. The program keeps things simple, no structs, just arrays and variables. The editing function shows how to modify part of the file directly with fseek and ftell. And that's it.